Welcome to Coffee and Tarot with Mama T. My name is Teresa, and I am inviting in my Scorpio friends to your October reading. I have had your cards have been charging with crystals in this bag for the last several days. I have had tarot cards and your oracle cards in here, as well as some little trinkets, and I am excited to see what the cards have to say to you for the month of October. I did just start recording and get the cards, some of the cards laid out, and realized I didn't have my microphone on, so we are going to start again. But I'm not going to put everything back in the bag because I've already got things laid out. So I just want to put the camera overhead so you can see the layout of the cards. I can show you a couple of the things that have already been revealed, and then we will go through the tarot cards together. I still have not looked at those. I've already invited in spirit and lit a candle, and we are just about ready to go. But I do want to show you what the layout looks like, and I'll explain what a 12 houses reading is that I am doing this month. Okay, here is the layout. The layout that I'm doing is a comprehensive astrological, it's a comprehensive tarot reading based on the 12 domains that are represented by the 12 houses of your astrological birth chart. So I've got these cards here that signify the first house, second house, third house, and so forth. And I have a separate card pulled for each of those areas. I had them hidden underneath these cards when I was pulling the cards together a week or so ago for all of the signs. I just carefully prayed over, cleansed, and shuffled the decks and asked Spirit to give me the right card for each of the houses without me seeing any of them. And so, and I've been keeping them within bags with these crystals. You had a sodalite, and then the trinkets that you had. I threw this little black cat in that I just got a couple of days ago. I threw it into your bag. The word imagine came up with yours. A little tiny little teapot, and the little ace of spades was in yours as well. And we'll go ahead and go through what these other things were. I've got a couple of keywords here that I'll look at those at the end to see if they fit in with the rest of the cards. You have the Scorpio, the 10 of Scorpio card, which is the peace rose. And the keywords here are peace, harmony, optimism, survival, resilience, hope, remember those who passed, mutual respect, possibilities, renewal after hardship, goodwill, and friendship. And then your Scorpio archetype card that you received was the Alchemist. Rebirth, transform, and evolve through crisis. So those are qualities of a Scorpio that you'll want to lean into this month. Your angel message is, you are the divine spark of the universe in human form. Embrace your purpose and shine your light boldly for the world to see. Love that message. And then your truth bomb of the month is, all art involves risk. And the quote of the month is, an intention is the quality of consciousness that you bring to a deed or words. It's an energy. It's your motivation that creates consequences. And that is a Gary Zukav quote. So then we have over here an oracle card and an affirmation card that will be your guidance from spirit, and we'll reveal those at the end. And then here we have an angel number, a spirit animal, and a spirit and a goddess. Those will be your support from spirit over the course of the month. Also, I'll reveal those at the end. Right now, I'll put the camera back in front so that I feel like I'm talking directly to you, and we will go through the tarot cards that you received. Okay, now as I mentioned, this is a comprehensive tarot reading. These have been taking quite a while to go through, and I feel like this one is going a little bit more quickly and smoothly since I used the first half of the the astrological signs as my guinea pigs. Hopefully we'll get through yours a little bit more quickly. But if it does go on too long for you, feel free to pause it and then come back to it. But please do come back to it, because each of these 12 domains of your life are equally important, and there are important messages for you within the cards. And I want you to be able to get the full use out of this reading. Also, would love it if you would give this video a like, or comment on it, share it with your other Scorpio people. It's amazing how much of a dopamine hit I get just from that one little like button. It's such a free and easy way for you to make my day after I have, I put a lot of energy and time into these readings, and I love doing them. But getting that little tiny like, it just, it makes all the difference. So I would appreciate it if you would do that. If you like this kind of content, please subscribe to my channel. That way you will be notified, and my readings will come up in your feed when I do more videos. All right, so let's get started. The first house of the astrological chart. I am losing my voice apparently from all of my talking the last couple of days. It's based on the sign that was on the horizon when you were born. And that sign is what is known as your rising sign. And that first house, that governs your personality and how you appear to the world. It can govern your body too. It can have an impact on your physical appearance as well. And so when it comes to that particular house, the card that you received is the Four of Swords. So when you get the Four of Swords within the house that governs the body and your physical appearance, this is telling me that your body needs rest. Your spirit is telling you that it is important for you to take some rest during the month of October. Maybe rest a little bit more than you normally would. If you've been burning the candle at both ends, maybe just get to bed even 15 minutes earlier than you normally do, or just changing your wake up time or adding a nap into your day. I need to cough. Hold on. Okay. You need to take that rest. If you don't take the rest that you need, then the universe is going to provide the opportunity for you. You're getting the message now, and you've probably been getting the message in subtle ways recently. Hey, I need more rest. I need more rest. And you're getting the message right now. You need more rest. And if you don't listen, then the universe will provide the opportunity for that rest. And the way the universe does that is never as pleasant as just going to bed early and taking some naps. It usually comes in the form of catching the flu or a cold, or having a mild injury where you have to stay off your feet for a while or something like that. So Four Swords, it's the card of rest. It's a card of an opportunity to rejuvenate, to restore your body, to reflect, and it's definitely something that we all really could use. But in particular, this is a big message from the universe for you to do that. And the second house of the chart is governed by the things that you own and your money. And so in this, it can be any sort of resource, anything that you own in the physical 3D world. Those things are governed by the second house. The second house is ruled by Taurus, and the key phrase for Taurus is I have. And so the things that you have, physical items that you have, are held within the second house. And the card that you receive here is the Nine of Stones. That is an excellent card to have there. This is a sign of abundance coming to you. This is equal to the Nine of Pentacles, and the Nine of Pentacles is one of my favorite cards. It's about independence and having all the things that you need and most of the things that you want. And so if you have been wanting to increase your pay, increase your savings, any kind of an increase that you're looking for in your the physical realm of your life and assets, this is a great month for that. You are going to see that abundance come in. I like that for you. For the third house is about messages and communication. So any kind of communication is governed by the third house. And in this domain of your life, the card that you receive is the Father of Swords in the South. So this is the same thing as the King of Swords. And the King of Swords, this is a great card for communication. The King of Swords, I like to say that he suffers no bullshit. I mean, he's analytical, he's logical, he's clear, he's concise, he's insightful. He wants the truth, and doesn't want to pussyfoot around the truth. He wants the truth. He doesn't want it sugar coated, and he wants it to be clear and to the point. And so that is your message for your communication this month, is to be careful about making sure that the messages that you share with people, that they're clear, to the point, and that you are not sugarcoating things or dancing around what you really want to say. Just come out and say what you want to say. Of course, you can be diplomatic about it. So there may be times during the course of the month that you have to really pause and think about how you want to say things so that they come through clearly and without any fluff. And if you need that time to pause, take it, because that is the type of message that you'll be wanting to share this month. The other thing about the King of Swords, as I mentioned, is he wants the truth, and he's going to find out the truth. So when you are sharing any communication this month, make sure that you are being forthright and honest, because it will be found out. Any untruths or kind of half truths, those things will be discovered, because the King of Swords, gets to the truth. All right, for the fourth house is your house of roots, like your familial roots, where you were born and raised, the place that you spent your childhood. You can be your childhood home, or it can be your physical home that you have right now. It's the card of home and family. And so this can represent your parents, your siblings, your sibling-like friends from childhood, those people. I had to pause because my wife got home, so the dogs are all excited. Those people from your past are within this house. And this, like I said, can also be your physical home that you have now and your family. And the card that you receive in this house, in this area of your life, is the Star card. Having the Star card is wishes come true. This is hope and faith, and it's just a beautiful card it's one of my favorite cards in the tarot. It is it's a card of, like I said, wishes granted by the universe. And so having this within your fourth house of home and family, this could be any kind of wish that you have within this area. So let's say you have been wanting to buy a house. You want to move, you want to establish your roots, you want to, get into that new house, and it just hasn't happened for you yet. This might be your month. It can be, maybe you've had an estranged relationship with a sibling or something, and you've been hoping for reconciliation. Having that hope or wish fulfilled can also happen. Something along those lines. It's going to be a hope or wish fulfilled within this domain of your life. So that is wonderful. The next house that we have is the fifth house, and this governs it's called the house of creativity or the house of passions. And this card depicts has a painting with an easel. This one shows the theater. It can be any kind of hobby that you're involved in, any kind of creative passion that you have. It doesn't have to be like art or performance. It can just be any hobby, any way that you like to spend your time outside of work. Anything that you're passionate about. It can be a passion project, even if it is with work, but some aspect of your work that you really love and enjoy doing. Maybe you're making an awesome spreadsheet that does all kinds of cool things, and you love doing that. If you love that, then that would be within this particular area. But it's any kind of a hobby or passion project. Within this area of your life, the card that you receive is the Father of Stones in the West. And that is the King of Stones, so the King of Pentacles. So you've gotten a couple of kings here already. And so you've got some big leadership energy going on in your chart. The Father of Pentacles, or the Father of Stones, the King of Pentacles, this is the King of Pentacles is a leader. He's an entrepreneur. He is he has amassed wealth and resources. He has worked hard and achieved a certain status over the course of his life, and he really lives in that authority, and he is also kind and generous. He's a very stable energy, and so the combination of this within the fifth house of passion projects or hobbies. Hold on a second. The combination of the King of Pentacles within that house tells me that you may be taking some sort of leadership role within whatever it is that you enjoy doing. Let's say it is theater. Maybe you're going to do your directorial debut this month. You're directing it's your first play at the local playhouse, and you're doing that, or you're producing it. You're taking some kind of a leadership role, or maybe you get the lead part in the play. It can be leading a book club, or it can be, taking leadership on a project at work that is a passion project, and you're leading that project and leading a cohort of your colleagues in accomplishing a goal. So there's a number of different ways that this can come across, but the way I see it is that it is, you're taking some sort of leadership role on it. The other way it can be interpreted, sorry, I keep bumping the camera. The other way it can be interpreted is that you would be, maybe this is a hobby that you've done for a long time, and you've decided that it's going to now be your side hustle, and you're going to start making money on it. And so you're going to move from hobbyist to entrepreneur. It can also be, let me see, what else was I thinking? Yeah, I think I was thinking kind of along the lines of the entrepreneurship of it, so that you might be making some coin on whatever it is that you enjoy creating in your off hours. Okay, so next house that we have is the 6th house of routine and sustainability. This is like your daily chores, your daily routines, your morning routine, your nighttime routine, what you do on a week-to-week basis, a day-to-day basis, your list of chores that you try to accomplish every month, whatever kind of routine you have, that is governed in this particular domain of your life. And sustainability, this is the habits and practices that you have that make your life sustainable and make it flow from day to day. It's the things that make things easy, like you always put your car keys here, or you go to the grocery store every Tuesday, or whatever those routines are and those habits are that make your day flow and keep you from having to scramble from day to day. The card that you receive in this area of life is the Ace of Wands in the East. So this is the Ace of Fire, or Ace of Wands. And the Ace of Wands is it's all aces are opportunities. They're all great gifts from the universe. And the Ace of Wands in particular is about something passionate and creative, some new creative or exciting new project coming into your life. With this being in your house of daily routine, maybe you need to shake things up. And the routine that you've been following, or one of the routines you've been following, just hasn't been doing it for you. And you've decided you need to apply something new to it. So the card's telling you, shake up something within your routine. Do something new to reignite your passion about your day-to-day life. Just a change in your routines or your daily habits, or adding one daily habit in, cutting one thing away and adding something new. That newness and something that you feel like on fire about, that can really reignite your passion for living on a day-to-day basis. So something to consider. The 7th house is your house of partnerships and relationships. It can be your close partner, your marriage partner, your boyfriend or girlfriend, or it can just be any of your relationships, but only your close relationships, not, we have another house that governs your community and your friendships, but anybody who you work very closely with, or you consider a partner, whether it's a romantic partner or business partner, or like a best friend could be in here, depending on the nature of the relationship. Those relationships are in the 7th house, and the card that you receive here is the Daughter of the Stones in the West. So this is the Princess of Stones. She is, I think she is going to be, I'm going to look it up in the book here in a moment. And it's White Buffalo Woman. I love this deck. It's the Haindl Tarot. I'm going to look it up just to make sure that, that she equals the page versus the knight. I'm pretty sure it's page. But let me just be positive. Okay, so loosely translated, she would be considered like the Page of Pentacles. She is she's slightly different than the page, though. The Daughter of Stones, she, according to the Native American visionary Black Elk, the White Buffalo Woman was a mystical woman who taught people rituals and brought them the pipe. She has the willingness to take responsibility for something greater than herself. Love, courage, and dedication and inner beauty are qualities that she embodied and that she encourages within each of us. So that is something to be looking at when it comes to your love and relationships, is that, willingness to take that responsibility for something greater than yourself, putting that relationship first. And it's kind of a different message than I've been giving for some of my other readings that I've been doing. A lot of the other readings have had the message of put yourself first. But this one seems to be saying that your relationship needs to be front and center. If you're partnered and happy, you need to maybe put that relationship as an entity above your individuality, at least for the month of October. Really kind of invest some good quality in energy and importance, a level of importance in the relationship. And it's also, like this message of all pages. If she's considered a page, she would be bringing in messages. So if you're not partnered, this might be a message of, some kind of new hope, a new inspiration coming into your life. So there you go. If let's see, the 8th house is the house of endings and beginnings. It's called the Death House, or the House of Mystery. Any kind of business of death is also governed within the 8th house. Things like inheritance or wills or estate taxes and things like that. Those things are governed within this 8th house. But it's typically, where we're looking at endings and beginnings. And the card that you receive here is the Hanged Man. Oh, and I have to color him in a little bit. Hold on. I had to take my gold Sharpie to the Hangman and give him a little bit of a skirt here. He was hanging there for the whole world to see. Okay, so the 8th house of endings and beginnings, to have the Hanged Man here indicates that there may be some kind of, you need a new perspective on these things. If you have a deep avoidance of the idea of death, then this is the month to get over that and to maybe look at things from a different perspective. That's all what the Hangman is all about, is just you've been walking along in the woods and you get yanked up by this rope, and while you're hanging there, waiting for help, you see things from a new light. You have the blood rushing to your head. You have inspiration come to you. The typical Rider-Waite deck shows the hanged man with his head illuminated by a halo of light. He's received inspiration. From hanging there, he has seen the light and understands whatever he's looking at from a new way. And so the cards are asking you to look at death and endings, or mysteries, whatever mysteries are in your life, from a new perspective. You just need to apply a different lens to it, whatever that is. And that can be different for each of us. If you are avoiding doing some of the business of death preparation on your own, like writing your will, or maybe you're an entrepreneur and you haven't filed your quarterly taxes yet, or who knows, anything that is governed within this particular house, the universe is asking you to take a new, fresh look at it. Take a look at it, come at it from a different approach, and find a new way to think about it or to accomplish it. All right. In the house of faith, it's the 9th house of inspiration, faith, spirituality, exploration. I've always called it the house of travel and higher education. Okay, this is the house of higher education, or higher learning. So, and it can be learning about things that are in that spiritual realm, or it can be travel, learning about the world through travel. There's no better way to learn about the world or its cultures than through travel. If you don't have travel booked for the month of October, and that doesn't seem to be in the cards, you can learn about something new during this month. The the card that you get is the Devil, and the Devil is the Devil represents things like obsession, addiction, but it can be like the forceful, focused energy, like a machine. It doesn't have to necessarily be a negative connotation, although it usually is. But it's an energy that is very driven and focused and energetic. So when you put it in the 9th house here, with this being the house of faith, and to get the Devil here, you may have some kind of, there may be like a rock and a hard place situation emerging in your life in these areas. You may have an energy in your life that is butting up against what you believe, and what your spiritual beliefs are. They might be in juxtaposition with this Devil energy. Or if that isn't the case, if you don't have any kind of addictions or obsessions that you are trying to get under control, then that you can be applying that focused attention to something that you really want to learn about. Maybe you've really always wanted to take a class, and you get an opportunity to take that class for the month of October, and it's like an intensive 4-week class. Well, you're going to need to apply this sort of Devil machine energy to get as much out of it as you can in this short period of time. So that's another way that this kind of energy can be applied in a positive way. All right. Now the 10th house. The 10th house is your house of authority, ambition, and this card calls it the world. This is the place that you take in the world. It's the place it's not how you appear in the world, because that's like your first house. That's your physical appearance. This is more of the position that you take in the world, and that's usually um, captured in your career, or your ambitions. And so for the 10th house, the card that you received this month is the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is a great card to get in this particular house. The Three of Wands is about looking out to the future, waiting for your ship to come in. It's not a passive waiting. The Two of Wands is a card where you have, in the Two of Wands, the Fool is looking out at the world, making plans, making choices, and deciding what is going to come next. And then the Three of Wands is when it all happens. The Three of Wands is executing upon that plan. And so to have that in your house of ambition and career means that this is a time for you to be either executing on plans that you already have, or getting ready to execute on some plans. If you don't have plans, this is the month to make them. This might be the month where you dust off your resume, you decide what's next. It could be a month where you're evaluating, your place in the world right now, and where do you want to go next. Typically, in the Three of Wands, both the Two of Wands and the Three of Wands, you can see. Let me pull them up in the Rider-Waite deck. I'll show them to you. Okay, so here's the Two of Wands. You can see that he's holding the world in his hands. He's got these wands in front of, one in front of him, one behind him. He knows he's going to have to make a choice between one of these and move on it. And he's looking out at the horizon and where he wants to go. He's looking at the distant shore. He has made his choice in the Three of Wands, and he's got his hand on the one that he's chosen, and he's waiting for that ship to come in. He's looking out to the shore. He's waiting for the inevitable choice to be executed upon, and that is sort of the energy of this Three of Wands within your 10th house. You are wanting to execute on some kind of a career or ambition plan. If you don't have the plan, it's time to make the plan. It's time to do this work here. All right, so let's move on to put my Rider-Waite deck away. The 11th house. The 11th house is your house of friends and community. And these are, it can be any of your friends. It can be your community that you just interact with on a day-to-day basis. The checker at your grocery store, the people at the gas station you normally go to, your coworkers that you spend time with but aren't necessarily your buddy buddies. You might be friendly with them, but they're not necessarily your friends. Your neighbors, that kind of thing. So that general community around you and your friendships. And the card that you receive here is the Son of Stones in the West. So you're getting a lot of this Pentacle energy here. And the Son of Stones is, we have the Chief Seattle is on the card. And so the deck, this will probably have a slightly different meaning than what you would think of. Let's look at this. Okay, so Chief Seattle was one of the last leaders of a nation of Native Americans on the northwest coast of America. So, he has local significance for me. Um, his hair blends into the rock. The eagle feather, a symbol of the Plains peoples, indicates that he spoke for all natives. The lightning bolt from the whale above shows the bond between the human and animal. Taking the meanings of this particular card are taking action to make positive change with the benefit of the next 7 generations in mind. So, with that being in your 11th house of community and friends, that tells me that you might need to be the initiator. But it's important for you to spend some time with your friends and to develop really solid friendships with your people. I remember when my mom was a young woman, the group of friends that she had around her were like family to all of us. I still think of her best friend as my second mother, and having that importance upon your friendship, it does have an impact for generations to come. If you don't have these kinds of friendships, which many of us don't these days, loneliness in adulthood is considered to be a significant health risk right now for people in first world countries. People are walking around in an epidemic of loneliness. And if you find yourself in that particular category, the challenge here is to be like Chief Seattle and bring those people together. Extend the invitations, create that bond with the people around you. Be vulnerable, invite people in, and see what happens. Now, obviously, if these are going to be on the newer side of friendship, it's not going to have that, it's going to impact generations. It may not have that level of importance right now, but that's how you start. So you are challenged to spend time with your friends. If you do have those kinds of friendships that have spanned decades, then maybe you need to just spend more time with them this month. Maybe you need to initiate some contact. Get that calendar full during the month of October and invite people in to maybe even take that entrepreneurial leadership aspect of the Father of Stones in the West, where in the 5th house that you had of the 5th house of hobbies. Take that leadership role and get your friends involved in participating in a new hobby with you. Okay, 12th house that we have here is the house of, this one calls it the house of escape. This card calls it the house of introspection. I've always considered it like the house that starts with S's. Shadow work, spirituality, sacredness, secrets, any of that kind of energy. And the card that you receive here it's called the Power card. It's the 9 of Wands, and it's the card of resilience. So, my thought on combining this with the 12th house is, it's a time for perhaps doing some shadow work, developing that inner resilience of spirit. How can you develop that that powerful reliance upon yourself and in defense of yourself, and do whatever kind of shadow work you need to do in order to heal any past hurts so that you feel really solid in your soul. That is that's what this card seems to be telling me. If you have anything that you hold sacred within you, or spiritual practices that maybe you have not spent as much time in, involved in recently, get back to those practices, develop a solid routine uh, surrounding your spiritual practices and beliefs, or solid routine of journaling, meditation, those kind of things. And it will help you to develop that emotional resilience that I think we all really need. So those are your tarot cards. Let's move on to your oracles now. The support from spirit that you're going to have this month is starts with an angel number, and it is the 955 number, and this has to do with romantic relationships. 955 is, when you see this number, it's a reminder to reconfigure your loving connections. You're being asked to change up your way of doing things in your romance if you're romantically involved. Whether you are single or in a relationship, your angels would like you to take today to reflect and reconfigure how you go about connecting with others. Give yourself a hug right now and feel the love that you have within abundantly flowing through your body and your soul. So when you see that 955 number, that is a reminder for you to call in love. Maybe rethink your love habits, and to give a little bit of love to yourself. The spirit goddess that you receive is Pele, and this card has a QR code on the back of it, so you can scan that QR code if you're curious to learn more about Pele and her significance. And I'm going to read a little bit about her right now. You're getting a lot of things that say reinvent or reconfigure or whatever, and this one says reinvent. Reinvent yourself is the message of Pele. The Hawaiian goddess of fire and volcanoes teaches us the transformative power of passion and change. Her fiery spirit embodies the raw energy and strength needed to overcome life's challenges. Just as Pele's volcanic eruptions reshape the land, creating new landscapes from molten lava, she inspires you to embrace change as a powerful opportunity for growth. Within the heart of every challenge lies the potential for rebirth and transformation. Her presence encourages you to channel your inner fire, harnessing your passion to ignite new beginnings and reshape your life's path. I like that. Okay, so and your spirit animal card is a squirrel. And you get the card, it's card number 88. So 88 will be another spirit number for you, or angel number. And 88. So this one kind of goes with that, the death and rebirth card too. It says to learn to plan for the future. Infused with lively energy, the squirrel teaches balancing spontaneity with foresight. Its behaviors of gathering and storing exemplify that preparation ensures survival and paves the way for a prosperous future. Plan ahead while embracing the present with enthusiasm. Planning for the future is the blueprint of your dreams. It transforms hope into action and prepares you to turn possibilities into realities. So when you come across a squirrel, remember the lesson of the squirrel. Oh, and there's a QR code for this little guy too. So if you'd like to scan that, you can. All right, your affirmation card that you receive is trust in the universe. With unwavering trust in the cosmic orchestration of the universe, I surrender to the divine plan that unfolds before me. Acknowledging that every twist and turn of my past has purposely guided me to this present moment, I embrace the profound wisdom woven within my life's journey. There go my dogs. All right, and your final oracle card we have is the Sequoia tree. Balance. Oh, that's so pretty. Let me look that up. Hold on a second. Okay, the Sequoia tree. Giant sequoias are the most massive trees on Earth, measuring an average of 20 feet in diameter at chest high and 35 feet across at the base. Their bark can grow up to 3 feet thick with branches up to 8 feet in diameter. They can reach heights of 260 feet, though some are as tall as 300 feet. They can also live a very long time. The oldest known sequoia is over 3,200 years old. A particular sequoia called General Sherman, which I'm sure you've heard about, is not only the largest living tree in the world by volume, but the largest living organism by volume on the planet. So when you get the giant sequoia in your oracles, the message of it is you may have noticed lately feeling off balance, heavy, too grounded, and caught up in the world of the mundane. Or you might be constantly dwelling in your mental processes with your head way up here in the sky, worrying, planning, trying to control life, so distracted with your obsessive thoughts that you've been unable to stay present in the moment. You may have been finding yourself drifting along, spaced out, head in the stars, but not sure where your feet are. It's important now for you to remain as steady and grounded as you can while simultaneously standing and walking tall to stay in touch with the celestial realm. The balance of these two polarities is not a static position you achieve and then maintain effortlessly. It's a constant shifting dynamic. It's a flow with periods where you can feel yourself aware of both your spiritual reality and your physicality. By embodying spirit, you're much more open to receiving guidance from both the spirits of nature and the celestial realm, ancestors, ascended masters, and archangels. To experience that convergence of earth and heaven, stand on the earth in your full stature, barefoot if possible. Close your eyes, breathe deeply and slowly, and imagine yourself as this magnificent being called the Sequoia. Invite Sequoia spirit to merge with you for a few moments. Enjoy the synergy that's created when heaven and earth dance together in celebration of true oneness with those perfect moments of true balance. Wow, I love that message. All right, well, this has been your reading. The only other thing left to do is, the two things that we have left are the oracle cards. I'm sorry, the keywords. And the ones that we have are the one and request. And so, I'm not sure how these would fit in. The request, I think there's a number of different requests that have come up through here, through these messages, and mainly it's to request and invite spirit into your life, just like you're, asking for that balance of the sequoia tree, being the one, and being that one sequoia tree, solid, grounded, but with your head close to the spiritual realm. So there you go. Thank you so much for sticking it out with me, my Scorpio friends. I hope you have a wonderful October. Don't forget to hit that like button. And if you enjoyed this reading and you like tarot readings, then subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in my next video. Bye now.